An extremely critical report and hours of body camera footage reveal a fuller picture of the botched police response to the Uvalde school shooting. This report from the Texas House of Representatives emphasizes the lack of clear law enforcement command and a series of failures.
Yeah, an overall lackadaisical approach with egregiously poor decision making. That's how this preliminary report describes the law enforcement response to the Uvalde school shooting. The report repeatedly notes a lack of clear command during the shooting. It lists 376 members of law enforcement on scene, including many from federal agencies.
Yeah, you just wonder, where was the urgency there? Investigators did not find that any responders acted maliciously. In fact, these officers did help children escape while the shooter was still active. Video shows others lacked key information. The Texas House Investigative Committee came to the conclusion that the responding officers should be held accountable.
They were supposed to work. They were supposed to protect the innocents who now lie in their graves. Today we stand before a community that's still gripped in grief. With this report, families who are crushed by sorrow and pain will now have desperately needed and deserved answers. But no report can heal the broken hearts. Only God can do that.
Yeah, it's tough looking at this video too and knowing how this all ended. That report also faults the school system, the shooter's family, and social media platforms.
That investigation, of course, led to new questions about the safety of our kids here in schools across the region.
Yeah, and at WUSA 9, we know how much school safety matters, which is why we're shining a spotlight on the issues here in Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. Our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack, is here with more on our school safety initiative.
And Flack, I know we're going to talk more about what we're doing as a station in a moment, but we got to get back to those really stunning developments out of Uvalde.
Yeah, Les, that new report says there were, quote, systematic failures and poor decision making when police responded to that shooting rampage at Robb Elementary School. In addition to its scathing indictment of the law enforcement response on the day 19 children and 2 teachers were killed in the May 24th massacre at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, including the failure of police to go into a classroom while a gunman killed children inside. A report released by a Texas House Investigative Committee also found recurring problems with doors and locks, and that, quote, Robb Elementary had a culture of non-compliance with safety policies, requiring doors to be kept locked, which turned out to be fatal.
We're testing keys.
WUSA 9 has been pressing local school districts about safety standards in our area, filing open records requests to find out how quickly area school districts address faulty security equipment like locks on classroom doors. At least 2 counties, Loudoun and Arlington Public Schools, have refused to give us that information, saying those records are exempt from disclosure because they deal with security issues. So WUSA 9 wanted to know if parents, students, and teachers feel safe in their school, which is why we're launching the WUSA 9 School Safety Survey. 10 questions that include whether there should be metal detectors in schools or armed school resource officers, and do people think there will be another mass shooting at a school in the next year? They are all tough questions, but important answers and ones we want to hear from you. We've already sent our WUSA 9 school safety survey to parent-teacher organizations in Virginia, Maryland, and D.C., but we need to hear from more of you. You can also find it on our education page on our website, WUSA9.com, or right now you can text the word survey to 202-895-5599 and fill out that survey right now. Guys, we're going to release the results of that survey as part of our back to school coverage coming up in about a month.
Yeah, so glad we're talking about this now.
Yeah, and parents want to have a say in what happens, and school starts not long from now. So yeah, we need to be starting to have these really important conversations. All right, thanks, E. Okay.